It was a Monday afternoon when the email landed in my inbox, sending a shiver down my spine and setting my heart racing. Meeting with Director Jennifer at 4 p.m., it read. The rest of the day passed in a blur as I tried to keep my cool, but the memories clung to me like a shadow I couldn't shake off. It felt like fate had finally come full circle. A decade ago, I was just the clumsy intern struggling to find my footing in a world that felt far too big and intimidating. I had been fresh out of college, wide-eyed and full of hope, eager to prove myself at my first real job. That was when I met Jennifer. At the time, she was a rising star in the company, a charismatic, charming presence who commanded attention and respect. But beneath her polished exterior was a sharp, cutting cruelty that she reserved for those she deemed beneath her. And unfortunately, that included me. Jennifer had a way of making every mistake feel like the end of the world. A missed call was a calamity, a typo in an email a catastrophe. Her voice would drip with sarcasm and thinly veiled disdain, her words slicing through my self-esteem like a knife. I was too new, too scared to stand up to her, and so I absorbed it all, hoping against hope that things would get better. They didn't. If anything, her treatment of me got worse. She would call me out in meetings over trivial errors with a pointed smirk, making sure everyone knew who had messed up. It felt like she was systematically breaking me down, piece by piece, and I was too inexperienced to know how to defend myself. I spent more nights than I could count crying in my tiny apartment, wondering if it was all worth it. But here's the thing about me. I'm patient. I learned early on that life has a way of turning tables in the most unexpected ways. I decided to channel my hurt and frustration into something productive. I dug in my heels, worked hard, and learned. I became indispensable. When my internship ended, I took another job at a competitor, vowing to never let someone like Jennifer have power over me again. Fast forward 10 years and there I was, no longer the timid intern, but a seasoned professional with my own team to lead. My journey had been long and arduous, but it had made me resilient, sharp, and not easily intimidated. So, when the news came that we were merging with my old company, the irony wasn't lost on me. Nor was the fact that Jennifer was still there, now at the helm as director. Walking into the meeting room that afternoon, I felt a strange calm wash over me. The air was tense with the anticipation of what was about to unfold. Our CEO had been hinting at restructuring, and everyone knew what that usually meant. Cuts, redundancies, a reshuffling of roles. Jennifer and I were the only ones invited to this meeting, and that spoke volumes. She was already seated when I entered, her face a mask of confidence. Ava, she acknowledged with a nod, her eyes glinting with the same familiar arrogance. I matched it with a smile, polite but distant, as I took my seat across from her. Our CEO wasted no time in getting to the point, outlining the changes about to take place. I watched as Jennifer's expression shifted from smug assurance to realization, a crack appearing in her composed facade. The CEO continued, Ava, given your exemplary track record and leadership skills, we've decided to offer you a new position. My heart skipped as he detailed the role, a significant promotion with expanded responsibilities, overseeing a large portion of the merged operations. It was an offer I couldn't refuse. Then he turned to Jennifer. The room seemed to grow colder as he explained the difficult decision they had made. Jennifer, he said, we've appreciated your contributions over the years, but with the changes we're implementing, your current position will be redundant. We're offering you a severance package effective immediately. Her face drained of color, shock giving way to a flicker of anger that she quickly tried to mask. Watching it all unfold was like standing outside myself, as memories of her constant belittling flashed before my eyes. It was surreal, almost too perfect in its symmetry. There was a long, heavy silence, the kind that feels like it's pressing on your ears, demanding to be filled. As Jennifer processed the blow, I couldn't help but feel a twinge of pity for her. I knew this wasn't easy, but I also knew that sometimes life hands out justice in the quietest, most unexpected of ways. If you're enjoying this story, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you never miss another one. After the meeting, Jennifer left without a word to me. I stayed behind, letting the weight of everything settle in. It wasn't joy I felt, but a profound sense of closure. It was as if the last piece of a puzzle had clicked into place, and the picture it formed was one of quiet vindication. As I walked back to my office, I thought about the young intern I'd been, always doubting herself, and felt a swell of pride for how far I'd come. I realized that, in a way, Jennifer had been a teacher, albeit a harsh one. She'd taught me what kind of leader I never wanted to be, and for that I could be grateful, even if begrudgingly. The rumor mill buzzed with news of the shakeup, colleagues whispering about Jennifer's abrupt departure. But I remained focused, determined to lead my team with kindness and respect, qualities I had yearned for back then. It was my chance to create a culture of encouragement, not fear. That night, sitting quietly in my living room, I reflected on the long road that had brought me to this point. Patience, I realized, is a cold blade, slicing through time, carving the way to a future where balance and justice eventually find their way. I was living proof of that. So here I am, on the other side of a decade-long journey, finally able to let go of the past and look forward to a future I had once thought impossible. Life has a way of surprising us, often reminding us that every moment of struggle can be a stepping stone to something greater, if we're willing to wait and work for it. Jennifer's chapter in my life may have finally closed, but the chapters ahead are ones I get to write, free from the shadows of the past. And that is a freedom I've earned, one day at a time.